Good afternoon, man. So the topic that I want to talk about today is that, when you go outside, just on the streets or like you go to some social events, you see like literally young children, maybe even toddlers, who are eating as their primary meals junk food. Like literally. I go outside every single day and I see this one common picture is that a young kid, probably like 3 or 4 years old, so like he can barely even talk right now with like full sentences, and he's eating some there's a fucking park there. Okay, and he's eating some processed junk food like chicken nuggets, fucking McDonald's cheeseburgers, ice cream, etc. And I'm not the thing is, as a parent, I wonder what it's even like the process of their thoughts. Like if you are a parent and you're feeding your child a junk like literally junk food that is poisoning them, that is making them have fucking diabetes at the age of 6, what is the thought process of theirs? Probably like, I don't know, the only reason why you would feed your child junk food as a parent, like the only reason that I come up with is that it just facilitates the whole process of just feeding itself, just nutrition, because it's much easier to get some like fucking processed chicken nuggets, like like when you go into a supermarket and those like fucking refrigerators, bro, there's a fly here, there are like those boxes with like 20 chicken nuggets with like ketchup and curry dip, some shit like that, and they cost like €3, so they're relatively cheap to get. So even if you work in a 9 to 5, you can get them. They're easy to cook, but the ingredient list of there is a whole fucking essay. Like you literally can fucking divide the whole recipe of those chicken nuggets into fucking periodic chemical like fucking shit. You can literally go with those chicken nuggets on your chemistry class and like actually learn some chemistry from them, bro. You know what I mean? You literally see this every single day when you walk out. Young children are being fed some fucking poison, literally poison. And I'm not too strict on that. And like, of course, if a child is having like a birthday cake or something, like, yeah, that's fine. But for most of your meals, not even for most, for like 99.9% of your meals, except those like, I don't know, maybe you go into a holiday and your child eats like one ice cream, okay, that's fine, and like maybe a birthday cake or some shit like that. But for most of the part, they need to eat some like healthy meals, because yeah, junk food is in general, like for all of the people, it's poisonous, it's dangerous, it's harmful, etc. But for young kids, for young toddlers, literally, they can barely even walk. And they're being fed this, like, bakwas. I don't know even how to fucking call this shit. They're being fed, like, oh my god, like, when you go outside, just, the next time you'll go outside, just observe how many children are eating literal fucking cancer. I'm not even exaggerating, because if you eat that shit for like years and years and years and years, you are going to get some like cancer. I'm not like fucking overestimating or like exaggerating or any of those verbs, etc. Like, this is literally what will happen. This is literally what, and the problem is that from what I see, when I go into like something like supermarket or something like that, and I see young kids running around with some junk food, the thing that I see the problem is that their parents are the literal definition of the word unhealthy. So I'm sitting at the fucking like cashier desk or something like that. I don't know how this shit is called. And I see, literally, I'm standing in the queue and I'm seeing, okay, there are two parents, mother and father, they're obese. I'm not going to lie, they're obese, they're chronically, even like morbidly obese. 200, maybe 150 kilos. Sometimes it happens like that. Mostly like they're obese. And they're on the like, and they're buying some fucking nachos. They're buying processed shit. They're buying some frozen pizzas. Like, and their child is, okay, he's close to being obese, let's be honest. Like, at 5 years old, it's a common thing for children, like, at 5, at 6, to have type 2 diabetes. Do you think that is actually something, like, that we should view as a norm? That we should view as not as a part of the generation of the whole society? That 5-year-old children these days, they're have diabetes because of the foods that they eat. I barely see any parent, like, and I don't even live in some countries, like I don't live in the USA, where the obesity rates are just like, they're insane. They're like more than 50% or something like that. Because when I'm seeing the rates of obesity in the United States, like, I was just blown away. Honestly, this is a country of like 300 million people, and those I don't know like the precise percentage of obese people, of the obese population in the USA, but it's some like disastrous number. It's literally like it's double digit something, some like double digit number. It's not like 10 or 20, it's more than that. And that's scary, man. And even in my country, which has like relatively low obesity rates, this is a common thing for me to see, to go into like a supermarket and see like obese parents, nearly an obese child, grabbing their fucking frozen pizzas, etc. Like, it is a common picture. I don't know, like, I'm 15 right now, I'll be turning 16. Not soon, in October, but like, I'm quite a big thinker. I think like long away from the current time as I'm in right now. So I think to the point where like at some point in my life I will have children. I'll be a father. And this is kind of like a dilemma that has been in my mind for quite a while right now, is that if you restrict all of the pleasures of the modern world from a child, and you don't give him like his video games or junk food, social media, phones, etc., well, later in his life, will he discover, of course he'll discover those things, and he'll be like literally, like, he'll have this will to indulge in all of those bad habits. And of course, like, I'm going to say no to that, because I'm not going to raise my children in a way that is going to harm them. But the problem is that the environment will kind of push my children towards indulging in the bad habits, and that's bloody scary, man. That's fucking scary. The modern world will push your children to eat poison, to play video games, to literally do some weird shit that is going to destroy their potential. And this is like, okay, I'm not going to go on a fucking road right here. I'm going to just stand behind a tree, but you see what I mean? And if you allow, like, basically, when I was a child, I was allowed to do anything that I wanted. I was allowed to indulge in all of the bad habits. I was a video gamer addict. I used to eat like junk food every single day, even when I was on self-improvement. You don't even know what my sleep habits were like. I was sleeping like barely 2-3 hours a day. When I used to commute to school, I would literally sometimes be almost at the point of falling asleep in a fucking train. You see what I mean? Of course, right now I've been on self-improvement for 1.5 years and it's gotten better. But the general thing is, I was raised in this, I wouldn't even call this liberty and freedom, because this is not liberty and freedom. This is just pure fucking bullshit. And I recently talked to my mother about that. And she told me that from my early habits, from the way I just behaved, she knew that I would eventually like crap off and tear down all of my like bad habits, and eventually I'll become a man just from the way I was wired, from the way that my psychology worked. And it might be true, I don't know, but I like to think that yeah, probably. The thing is, I'm still not going to raise my children in this way, because the more, like, I don't want them to have type 2 diabetes. It's like, if you have some ideas on, if you, like, even, it would be even cooler if you are a parent right now. If you have some ideas on how to raise children in a way that they will not become degenerates, like, yeah, bro, there is a fucking, like, tractor right, fucking farmers right here, bro. But the general thing is, if you have some ideas on raising children for them not to become degenerates, like, I would very much like to see the ideas in the comment. I don't usually ask to comment or something like that, but if you have some ideas, like, leave them in the comments. Recently, this is like a whole separate topic, but recently I was in the school, and one of my teachers, like, we were sitting in a class and like we were talking a little bit, and one of my teachers told us that a guy from the 6th grade was caught with a vape in school. So okay, from this there are a lot of questions right here. So first of all, a guy from the 6th grade. The 6th grade in my country is generally like, you're somewhere around between 11 and 12 years old at that point. And that guy, I quickly, as she described him, I quickly understood like what the guy, I quickly acknowledged like what the guy from that class was. So this guy, he's shaped like a fucking SpongeBob. Like, if you know the fucking this cartoon character SpongeBob, like this fucking brick guy, like, imagine you would widen him a little bit and he's still like short. He's a short white guy, and this is his body, like, literally he's fucking obese, honestly. Every single time I walk out of school and we have like a store near our school, and we go to that store, he's there standing at the front of the store eating fucking Pringles, like the chips Pringles. And this guy, he was caught with a vape, with like a literally electronic cigarette. This is like, when I heard this, I was like, what the fuck? Like, how did his parents raise him in a way that he's, first of all, he's somewhere around like 12. Like, he's made from 11 to 13. He's obese. Like, he's literally fucking fat. He's like, I think, what, 140 centimeters, something like that, or I don't know in inches or foot or like this metric, but he's short and he's fucking fat. And this guy, he eats chips. He is like indulging all of the junk food. He basically, his nutrition habits are absolutely dog shit, honestly. I cannot even find a better word for that. From what I see, he's ostracized and alienated from his entire class, because, like, yeah, the whole 6th grade, like, in my school, they're genuinely, like, they're a group. They're indulging in the bad habits, and like, but they're like, man, they're like class, they're a group, they're always together. And this guy, he's ostracized from this whole fucking gang. And he's been caught with a vape. I don't even know if I need to like say anything more to that situation. It's like this guy is the literal embodiment of the modern parenting. He's obese, he eats junk food, he's ostracized, I don't know if he's bullied or something like that, probably not. He vapes at 12. Like at 12 I mean like he's 12 years old or something like that. So it's pretty severe. Yeah, man. I don't know if this will help you, but see you in the next one.